We are not doctors. Nothing in this podcast should be taken as medical advice. Consult your physician before starting any workout routine. This is the Martial Heart Podcast.
And hey, welcome back, everybody. And there's your daily update. And it is September 20th. It's a Friday. And I got to work from home today, which is really weird. I don't know if I've ever worked from home before. But there was a lot of paperwork that didn't get done while I was out of work. And I got a little behind on some stuff, so they let me take today and get it done so we can get caught up. Because, I haven't been feeling too great the last couple of days, and I know the reason for it. It's because they took me off of the blood pressure medicine, but I still don't have the heart monitor. So I start to get really aggravated because I'm like, why am I going through this? I don't have the heart monitor on to, log any of this. I'm just suffering. So there's no scientific necessity for it. And but anyway, we'll see. So if you're paying attention to the YouTube channel, if you prefer the videos like you're watching right now, I posted a conspiracy show episode this morning. I'm just talking about some things, but because it's just videos I'm uploading to YouTube, they don't have to fit within this 15-minute criteria of my podcast distributor currently, because I'm a free member. So, it was 20-something minutes long, probably close to half an hour of me rambling about some of the conspiracies and conspiracy theories that are currently in the news, because they're sort of right in my realm of expertise. So, anyhow, pseudo-expertise. I don't even know what. Anyway, I'm still not feeling that great. I'm not sleeping worth a damn. I don't understand why, but I'm waking up several times in the night, and the most I am sleeping is 5 hours. So I've been up since 4 o'clock this morning, so I was able to get the work that I needed to do done way early. Because, hey, I was up anyway, so I might as well just do it. And, it sucks. I'm falling asleep sometime after 10 o'clock, and I'm waking up really 3 or 4 times in the night. And, one thing, they're having me hydrate a lot more. So I'm drinking a lot more water, which means I'm waking up and having to go pee, multiple times in the night. But that's like 2 or 3 times a night now. And I'm trying to even cut down on it at night, but it doesn't seem to be making a difference. And I don't know if some of that might be the medicines too. But waking up multiple times in the night, like I said before, I'm a very light sleeper anyway. So I'm prone to waking up several times in the night as it is, but it seems worse somehow right now. And I'm not sleeping very long. Like I said, I was awake since about 3, I don't know, it was probably 3:40 a.m. this morning. I stuck it out and tried to stay in bed. Finally, I couldn't go back to sleep, so I finally got out of bed sometime around 4:15, something like that. Because I wasn't going back to sleep anyway. And once I hit this point where I know, all right, I'm done. I know there's no way I'm going to go back to sleep now. And I hit it. So I got up. And, this is my day today. I got to work from home. I didn't sleep worth a damn. And I'm still having these blood pressure spikes that, they're no fun. I've checked my blood pressure twice so far today, and both times it was elevated. And it's not dangerously high, which is why the doctor's offices and the cardiologists aren't saying, oh my God, you should come in right now, because it's not to the level of being dangerously high, but it is high. You don't want your blood pressure to be this, but it won't kill you, and it's not dangerous enough that you're going to need immediate attention or need to go to the ER or anything like that. So I'm doing okay. It just makes you feel bad. Like I'm having a lot of chest pain. Okay, let me stop. Not chest pain. I'm having chest pressure. I want to be clear about that because I don't think I've ever called it chest pain before because that's not what it is. It's chest pressure. And even when I was having a heart attack, I did not have chest pain, like a stabbing pain in my chest. I had a burning sensation in my chest that was really bad. So, yeah, this is the first time I ever said chest pain, and that's not really what I meant because it's not the same. So, but it makes you a little dizzy, and when your blood, for me anyway, it makes my neck hot. It makes me feel like I'm going to sweat, and then I do sweat somewhat, but then my face feels weird. It's hard to explain. I don't know if it's the same for everybody, but it kind of feels like my face is sunburned a little bit and then like tight against my skull. And I get like in the back of my neck and like right around here, I feel warm, and not to the touch, but internally I feel it. So, it's not great. And your heart starts thumping, and I get the fluttering a little bit with the arrhythmia now and then, which the last few days that hasn't been that bad. I feel it now and then, but the episodes of it aren't lasting very long. So now I'm starting to worry that when I get this heart monitor on, I'm going to be fine for 2 weeks, because that seems to be the pattern. Is whenever something's wrong with me, they come in and try to look at it, and it's not there; it's gone. But that's why the arrhythmia thing went so long without anybody noticing. And that's why I probably could have, if they hadn't done blood work, they would have discharged me from the emergency room thinking I didn't have a heart attack, because every time they hooked me up to any machine, it was saying I was fine. My vitals were normal. Everything was normal, except for that blood work that says, hey, you had a heart attack. And even when I was in the hospital, my blood pressure and my pulse rate dropped kind of dangerously low several times. But once it stopped doing that, they didn't, even if my blood pressure seemed a little low for me, for my normal, they weren't concerned about it because it's within a normal range. And every time somebody wants to attach something to me, it says I'm normal, which is, who wants to be normal? That's boring. But so that's my concern now, is I'm going to get this super fancy heart monitor, and they're going to say, put this on and wear this for 2 weeks. And it's going to be an inconvenience for me. And it's probably going to be uncomfortable. It's probably going to change my sleeping habits because, it's going to be on this side, and this is the side I like to sleep on. It's a mess. So my concern is that it's just not going to show anything. I'm going to be normal for 2 weeks, other than having, elevated blood pressure. And then they'll be like, oh, no, you're fine. Don't worry about it. And then I'm sure the day that I send it back in the mail, I'll start having arrhythmia, attacks, or whatever you want to call them, episodes. But they're brief. Currently, this week they've been brief. I feel them come on, but before I can get the blood pressure cuff on to log it, because I want these things to be logged in the app, so I can show them to the doctor whenever I go back and say, this is how often it was happening. But this week, by the time I get the blood pressure cuff on, they stop. So I haven't been able to catch any of them this time. And it's probably been over a week since I was able to catch one. And it just so happened, the first time it happened was by accident. I was just, it was time for me to take my blood pressure. And I put it on, and the arrhythmia started. So, yeah, it was weird. But every time it happens, it's over before I'm able to get it logged in. But that's how I'm doing. There's nothing really any different, other than the weather's beautiful. I don't know if it's going to stay beautiful this weekend or not, but definitely going to have to get outside and, enjoy the weather. Wrapping up my first week back to work, and yeah, it was a bit challenging. I'm not going to lie. Yesterday I walked. What did it say? Never mind. I walked a lot yesterday because I walked a lot for work, and then I went to cardiac rehab after. And I think it was something like 5 miles that I wound up walking yesterday. for total. And I didn't really feel any negative effects to that. It doesn't bother me. I don't know. And this may be a military thing, but I can walk forever. You want to point me in a direction, I'll just start walking, and I can probably just walk until I die. I learned to do two things really well. Just keep walking and stand in line and wait. So those are two things that most veterans are really good at until your back and your knees are bad. So my back and my knees would have given out before my legs did if they wanted me to walk 15 miles on the treadmill for cardiac rehab. But, it was more than I've walked in a while, in a few weeks. So it was, but I really didn't feel anything. And while I'm on that treadmill, listening to rock music and walking at that pace, my heart just stays perfectly normal. Just, thumping right along. Dump, 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 dump. Hey, everything's hunky-dory. And then, I get in the truck to go home, and generally by the time I'm home, I've already felt one or two little flutters of arrhythmia. And nobody's going to know. Nobody will ever know. Maybe me and arrhythmia, it'll be my secret. So that's kind of the way it's been going. Hopefully the 2-week heart monitor will catch it, and they'll be able to kind of identify which kind it is, because I guess it can be caused by numerous things. And they're going to want to try to figure out which thing it is. And they're not going to do that unless it's, showing up on somebody's readings. Otherwise, I'm doing okay. I'm comfortable at this point writing off the way I felt yesterday and the way I'm feeling today to being the blood pressure stuff, blood pressure related. So I'm not concerned about anything. I don't have any new concerns with my health. It's just going to be that blood pressure thing, which is also kind of new. I never really had a blood pressure issue. So now that I do, I've had a heart attack, and now I have to deal with a blood pressure issue with high blood pressure and everything. And let's say years ago, I did have a little bit elevated blood pressure every now and then, but they put me on medicine for a while, and then I stopped taking it, and it was fine. I don't remember how long I took it, but I eventually just stopped taking it. And, every time I would go back to the doctor, they were like checking my blood pressure, and it was normal all the time. So nobody really cared that I had stopped taking it. And, it was a very stressful time in my life. So I don't know if it was just that, and I was learning to cope better. But, the stress reactions that I'm getting, I have to find a solution for that. I really do. And I don't know what it's going to be. I'm not allowed to go to Tibet and become a monk. So I'm going to have to find some other little Zen way of staying calm and serene and not getting stressed out, not getting aggravated, like driving in rush hour traffic, which happened yesterday. So now when I get angry, if I want to yell at somebody out the window because they're an idiot driving down a road doing stupid stuff, my heart starts beating really hard and quick, and I have to go, oh, crap, I got to calm down now. So there will be no more road rage in my future, it looks like. So there you have it. That's your episode for this Friday. We'll see what I do this weekend. But hey, if you're bored with listening to me talk about having a heart attack, go to the YouTube page and look at the conspiracy episode I uploaded today. It's kind of fun. And I think I'm going to do some of those. It's a little therapeutic for me to get in front of a camera or a microphone and talk about something other than almost dying. So, everybody have a great weekend. Take care of yourselves. Goodbye. And hey, oh, by the way, this is still the pod mic. The pod mic and the Zoom PodTrack P4, which I think is going to be my winning combination. You let me know.